I'm so confused. Corvo dies. Is his head just like rolling off of his body,
Yeah, I
or
think so.
what? 'Cause,
He's rolling? I'm not sure.
like he roll. It's very strange.
I don't know.
Go
I'm sorry
back
if I've
out
gotten the
here.
chat into discussing what is a game. It's terrible.
Oh, it's all good. Riley, stop apologizing. I had you on here because I want you to talk about
I don't
stuff.
want to ruin everything.
No.
I mean, defining games, I think, is a... I feel like I was just talking with someone about this. I can't remember why. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Nick, do you feel like there's a game you can think of that had a good story that made sense to you that also was like a good... Like a story that made it just... Because I think if we're gonna bring in the human, finger quotes player element, that inherently changes what we can do with a narrative the way we can in a book or whatever, right?
Sure, but I don't agree that all the changes are limits. I think it definitely...
Yeah.
I think it absolutely allows you to do a lot more things that you can't do in other mediums. I think... Okay, so... This is not a great game, and the designer of it is not really a super great person, but... have you ever played Passage?
I've seen it, yeah.
Okay, so...
Is he not a good person?
Yeah, is that the game that the security game guy made?
Yes.
Yeah, Jason Rohrer.
Yeah.
I have a problem saying my R's, so I can't pronounce his name.
I mean, I'm sure he's a fine person. I guess I just super don't like his politics for the Castle Doctrine, because he's making a game about... Castle Doctrine is basically about pretty toxic masculinity in ways that most video games aren't, which is kind of interesting.
Huh, you think so? I feel like it's...
Well, because
it's critical of that, but...
No, I don't think so at all. I think maybe there could be a reading that it might be critical of it, but I think the fact that he still just straight up uses a wife and daughter as literal possessions kind of undoes all of that.
Totally. Yeah.
And the fact that he defended, he was defending that vehemently, and it's not just a wife and daughter, it's his wife and daughter, because he was making it based on his experiences. And protecting your loved ones, sure, I completely understand that, but the way you go about it in this game with deadly traps and guns and stuff, and the fact that those people, the wife and daughters in the game, it's always one woman wife and one daughter, and they have no autonomy. They are literally things in your house. They might as well just be
valuable
inventory items. Yeah. So, anyways,
The Passage, which you were citing as a...
So Passage is a game where you're also playing, all of his games are about him, basically. You're playing Jason Rohrer, but you're playing along with, you're moving, he's in the lead, and then his wife is behind him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as you play the game, as you progress through the game, you get older and you eventually die.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be about the passage of time, the passage of life, this sort of the circle of life.
The straight line of life into death, I suppose. But...
Yeah. Well, but I mean, it's not a straight line. It's actually a maze, and like you can go.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And like he's trying to
Up
say
and down
stuff
stuff.
about like what's important and what's not, because you can go find treasure chests, but they're either always empty or there's just some meaningless little bauble in it that doesn't do anything for you in the game.
Yeah.
But the first time I played it, I did not realize that it was a maze at all, because it also like it has a really narrow cone of vision.
Yeah.
Why was I even in here?
Oh, you
Did
have
I
to get
not
the.
need
You
to
can
be
get
in
the
here?
heart, the rat guts, and give it to
You need to get the
Slackjaw.
rat guts.
They're behind the bookcase there.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
No, I did that before.
Oh yeah.
That was earlier.
They're in your
That's the
pants.
first time you're on this street.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Did you? You have to bring them. No, you have to do that for Granny Rags, right? To
Yeah,
poison
I
the-
think this was just to get this note about
Oh, his dudes. Yeah.
Slackjaw wanted to find a missing dude.
Wait.
Anyways,
Sorry, we distracted you, making you.
so I didn't know it was a maze, and I just held the right arrow key on the keyboard and watched these characters move through a space and grow old and die. And it was actually like I am a sap, so I'll say that right up front. But it was deeply affecting for me.
Yeah.
In a way that it would not have been if I was not pushing right. You know what I mean? Like, if I was just watching two little pixel people make their way
Yeah, totally.
from the left side of the screen to the right, it absolutely would not have been, because and I think the drama there was, I mean, just that really basic interaction has a lot of drama in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you are in control of it. Like, at any time, I could have let my finger off the key, and it would have prevented them from growing old and dying. But then the game would also stop. Like, there's something to that. I'm not really sure what, but...
Yeah. No,
Like-
totally. I mean, the interactivity is definitely part of how you feel about it, right?
Yeah, and I'm not, like... You know, it depends on what you're going for. Obviously, if you're trying to make a very video game, like Dishonored would not be serviced by having simpler mechanics.
Yeah.
I love that
But
rumbling.
God damn it. Sorry, this has become listen to Nick's bullshit ideas about video games.
Instead of Nick stabs people who are standing nearby. They only wanted whiskey and cigarettes, Nick, you monster. It's just an anti-smoking PSA, that's all it is.
Smoking. It'll kill you. Corvo will.
That is a thing to be agreed.
Get stabbed.
Sleepaway Camp, which is
Yeah, I was
a
about to
really
say.
good name, makes a really good point, and says that's the whole point of the interaction. Every medium just replicates the previous ones until they develop their own language. Video games are still stuck in replicating film for quote-unquote story, the same way early films just looked like recordings of stage plays.
Yeah, totally. I think that's a lot of the problem.
I mean, of course, you know, in that, like, that statement is talking about AAA video games. Like, there are games out there doing amazing things with,
Yeah.
you know, story and theme and etc. And Soltron points out that technical constraints impact / limit the forms of narrative expression available. I have really complicated thoughts on that, actually. And that is, I actually think I think technical advancement has actually been worse for the medium than it has been good. Which I know is, on the surface, just gonna sound like a very Luddite thing to say. But... So... And this actually gets back into why I think the continuing
Hey, guys,
notion...
my connection's going out, so I'm gonna get off.
Oh, okay.
No.
Thanks for joining us, though.
Sorry.
Aww.
Yeah, because I'm in the boonies, but next time I will not be in the boonies, so I
Oh
can be on
no.
for
Where can people find you and all your many talents?
Yeah.
HURDY Roman numeral 4 on Twitter.
Yay.
That's it. Yay! Sorry, guys, a storm's approaching.
Oh, no problem.
All right.
Oh, good
We'll
luck.
get you next
Bend on
time.
hatches.
Ugh.
Have fun stabbing.
Bye, friend.
Bye.
Bye, Nick. Bye.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yay.
Yay.
Aw.
Oh. He just hung up the whole call. And also, when he did that, it made the game minimize. Okay.
Oh,
Hi.
there we go. Hey, sorry.
Hi.
You're still streaming. I think you have to share the screen with me again.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I don't know what
Sorry.
happened there, but
Did
when...
you like pause the game? What happened?
No, it made the game minimize, actually.
Oh, weird.
I don't know why.
Sorry, stream.
Burp. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm not in this call. Call. Share screen.
Sorry.
Share window.
I love that it's affected by weather. I was saying earlier, my sister lives out where they have like satellite internet or something.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, they literally like they run out of internet.
Right.
And she always wants me to go live with them, and I'm like, I can't. Like, you don't have enough internet, which I don't even understand as a problem. Insofar as I think it's like her husband's way of fucking with her. Sometime my sister's not going to see this. Where he'll be like, oh, you can't watch YouTube because like it uses up too much internet or some shit.
Well, I mean, a lot of connections actually just have capped amounts of data.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Wow.
But, anyways. Oh yeah, technology and
Yeah, story technology.
That also leads into one of the reasons why I find the whole idea that story doesn't matter really like boggling to me is that where can I go that sorry, I need to
No, you should pay attention. That was good. I can never pull those off.
Yeah, I can only do it when it's like a really far drop and I get the actual prompt.
Yeah.
Because
I think Circadian Wolf in the chat has a good point that I'm also not going to read aloud because I'm bad at reading aloud. But
okay. Circadian Wolf says, I don't think technical expansion has hindered video games so much as the commitment.
Concomitant.
Concomitant? I don't know that.
Yeah,
word.
it's like things happening at the same time.
Oh, I learned a
Sorry,
word
I've been
today.
editing all day.
Thanks for teaching me a word, Circadian Wolf.
Yay.
The concomitant capitalist expectations of AAA video games has. They need to use that technology in specific ways that lead to massive spectacle with reductive, limited mechanics and storytelling. I mean, yes. I mean, I see what you're going there, and I agree for the most part. But no, my point is, now it's gonna shoot all those guys.
Oh, right, the train. Are we on the... What mission are we on? Are we on the Golden Cat mission, or...
Yeah.
No. Yes? Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
You're getting
I always
to...
forget about this part. Yeah.
So, the technology required the visuals of games to be simpler in the past. And that actually had the accidental effect of actually potentially making... Like, there's a reason a lot of people have very fond memories for the stories of a lot of, like, classic games. And I think the biggest contributor to that is the fact that the graphics were... I don't want to say simpler, because that's not really right. The graphics were more abstract, out of necessity. But abstraction has the side effect, whether intended or not, of allowing more room for the viewer.
Yeah, definitely.
To insert themselves and their ideas on things. So
yeah,
I think older games could get away with a lot more than modern games do because the fidelity is such that there is far, far less room for the viewer. And there's less room for the player to bring their own feelings into the work.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a really interesting point, right? Like, a game like this is telling a very specific story as necessitated by its fidelity. Like, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely part of it. But, like, you know, the like pixel art, for example, this also really gets me because pixel art has become a, you know, like, it's become like a cool aesthetic to apply to a game without thinking about what it does. Like, pixel art allows more of that abstraction. It potentially, if done well, allows for more of that viewer insertment, or, you know, that's not a good word, but
well, there's more. Maybe there's more room for the viewer, the player, whatever, to bring their imaginative capabilities as part of the whole project, right?
Like, it's also really similar to the writing maxim of show don't tell.
Yeah.
In some ways, like, having really high fidelity graphics and, like, you know, high quote unquote realism, it's kind of like the equivalent of telling.
Yeah.
Because you are just telling the player, this is what this thing is.
Right.
There is no room for interpretation here.
We see that with this game, I guess, maybe, kind of, right? Where it's like, this is what the story is. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, for example, like an old JRPG, like Final Fantasy VI, like one of my favorite ones. Like, everyone probably has their own idea of what Kefka actually looks like. Like, his design, his
Where?
pixel art design in the game suggests something. Whoop. Hey, buddy.
Oh, that was easy. Not even a subtle, carefully crafted plot. And then she just kind of collapses, sadly, which is weird. This whole level is weird. Did you play New Thief? Did we ever talk about New Thief?
I haven't played New Thief, no.
You're not missing much. There's a brothel in New Thief. That's always...
Oh.
I think of them all. Because there's a brothel in every game, for whatever reason.
Yep. We should
That's a
probably
thing that
talk
we do.
about the brothel in here. Oh, I
It's
don't
a
have any
good
health.
level.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, no. There's brothels in every game. There's an interesting example in New Thief of some really good consent in S&M that really surprised me. I was actually really impressed. I hate New Thief. I don't even hate New Thief. New Thief breaks my heart. That's how I feel about New Thief.
Ree in the chat says, also, it's super weird to look at a medium primarily by what sells the most. And yeah, I realize that I'm guilty of that a little bit here.
Yeah.
But I am actually I am talking about like sort of the like I do absolutely think there are games out there realizing all of this stuff that I'm saying, or designers realizing this stuff that I'm saying and taking it to heart and making stuff with this in mind.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of really amazing things, frankly, all the way through the history of games. Like, all the way back to, like, there's really amazing ZZT games that people made in the 80s. You know, like,
That's tricky. We in the chat says, I want to see a video series that just explores all the brothels in video games. Please do that. I would watch it. As to why I think there are brothels in video games, I have a theory. I think they make really good stealth levels, right? Because they're complex places with lots of nooks and crannies, at least as envisioned by video games. And there's lots of people around, right? And there's people who aren't necessarily looking for you, so I think they make sensible stealth levels. But the same function could just as well be served by, like, a fancy nightclub or something, right?
yeah.
But I do think there's a reason why. But also maybe because, you know, AAA, we want to see boobs.
Yeah.
This happened to me when playing Metro Last Light, where there's a brothel. I don't know why, and I thought you had to talk to one of the
God, that
dancers,
scene
and then
in Last Light is
Yeah.
so terrible.
what the hell? And I was like, no, I don't want this at all.
It's just like it requires you to sit down and watch.
Yeah, and look at it.
And
yeah.
watch this. I don't even know what to call watch this striptease.
Yeah, it's so awkward. Oh yeah, you made a video of that on your channel. I watched it recently.
Oh, I
Cough,
did?
cough.
I hope I said good stuff.
Yeah, you made a Last Light video. I think.
All those videos seem like another lifetime ago.
I like them so much. If you didn't know, chat, Nick has a YouTube channel.
I do.
It's full of great videos of great things.
I'm sure they're not all great. I'm sure I say some gross stuff in some of them.
I watch a lot of Let's Plays while I work, and so I've watched many of your videos.
Oh, thanks.
And I think they're great.
Do they play ads anymore for you?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay, they shouldn't.
I want to say no, but yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this on stream, but I'm kind of stuck in a like I have a partnership with a thing, and it's it's not. It's really terrible, and I want out of it, and they won't let me out of it.
Oh, gosh.
So I turned off all of my all of my ads on all of my videos.
Oh. Pope Des asks, what difficulty is this on?
I think it's on
I don't
normal.
know. Normal.
Oh yeah, we
Someone's
killed the
just-
guy, but we still gotta go get Elizabeth. That's what is
Oh,
happening
right.
here.
Did we kill both the guys? We gotta kill both of them, right?
Oh yeah, no, I guess there's the guy in the basement too.
Yeah. Sorry, we're doing a terrible job of actually paying attention to this. I love the art in this game. I felt like in the trailer to the new one, it didn't look the same, and that kind of made me sad.
Yeah, I don't know if
I hope it still looks like this.
I don't know if it's got the same art director anymore.
Yeah.
I forget the guy's name, but it's it was the art director for Half-Life 2 also.
From Half-Life. Yeah. It's grr. I know, whoever it is. Yeah, I like this like oil painting look. I'd be sad if they lost it. Have you gotten any new runes or anything? I can't say that word.
Oh yeah, I have 5 runes. Okay, we're gonna upgrade that right away.
Sweet. So Katie and Wolf says, apparently I have to go play CS, but I'm glad I could teach Nick a word. Robot face. Me too. Haha. See ya.
Thanks. See ya.
Bye. Thanks for teaching us vocabulary.
We get this bend time.
That's a good one. Even the non-lethal powers are different, I guess. Yeah, it really disincentivizes non-lethal playthroughs while also incentivizing them morally, which is strange.
Well,
And kind of a bummer.
I think there's definitely a thing there. I bet there is a temptation to make the non-lethal stuff more difficult because it's easy to kill, man. It's gotta take more to, I don't know. It seems like it would be an easy way to be really heavy-handed, you know what I mean? Honestly, the only reason I say that is because I totally had a game designed at one point, like 15 years ago, that basically was all about that exact thing.
Aw. You should make it.
No, not anymore, no.
Make a game, Nick.
I do definitely want to make some games, but not that one.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, yeah, games that punish you for doing what they ask you to are weird. Except Spec Ops: The Line, which I will go to my grave defending, and if you haven't played it, is probably on sale right now. Everybody play it. I think it's the best. But it's definitely a shitty... I guess that's how I felt about Samuel giving me shit in the end of this, right? Where it's like, you killed all those people, and I'm like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah,
you told me to kill all
that's
those
very
people.
true.
I don't care. But I also find the whole morality of killing or not killing people in games kind of weird. Maybe insofar as, I am an adult, you know? I don't know. I guess, yeah. I don't know. The question of violence in games I find really complicated. Because I know they're not real people, so I don't have necessarily any moral qualms about it. While at the same time finding, gratuitous kill cam super gross. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, they're not real people, but again, the theme absolutely informs and defines what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Or it defines your complicence. Is that a word? Complicity?
Complicity?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna cook it. If I hadn't been editing all day, I wouldn't be a grammar jerk. It's like, did you mean?
No, I would like to be corrected on that kind of stuff, actually. you're at the mercy of the designers and like the theme and the story for what your actions mean to the world that you are taking those actions in.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so, like, yes, they are virtual people, and that I just totally slit that guy's throat, and, you know, whatever.
Oh.
That's gross.
Right.
But
like, whatever, right? It's like, it's moving pieces. Like, I don't actually feel for that guard. We're like,
yes.
in Spec Ops, I feel for it in this very strange, confusing way.
Well, that's actually...
Go on, but...
Sorry, I keep talking over you because I'm the worst.
No, you're actually playing, and I'm just talking about a game that we're not even playing, like a dick.
Ugh.
Oh.
So, okay.
We in the chat
Actually,
saying if you're a magic super assassin, maybe don't kill people is a weird moral.
Yeah.
Dots, but like totally right.
And actually, like the game just totally illustrated that really well for us by like the guard saying, "You made someone a widow."
Right. So.
Like,
I don't know. Okay.
But okay, so this actually gets back to my whole like fidelity thing. Is it's like, yes, these are moving pieces, but the fidelity makes it the obsession with like high fidelity and high technology and realism makes them more than moving pieces. And then it asks you to do these terrible things to them. It's like the amazing animation that goes and all the things that they're saying, like they do all this stuff to make them more human, when really they absolutely are just pieces on a board. And like there's a little, like at some level it's kind of just dishonest.
Yeah. Totally. It's a weird... Yeah, it's a weird thing, I mean. I think this game, especially, definitely, right? Or you're punished for high chaos playthroughs, but also... I think it makes a little more sense in the DLC, right? Where you're at least, like, an assassin, and an assassin who's having feels. There's a rune in that room if you haven't gotten it yet, right?
Oh, is there?
Yeah, I think in her dresser.
Oh, yeah.
I think. Yeah. Nope. Thanks, lady. I'm gonna eat your food. Sloop. Bye.
Whoop.